Today's video, I will be unboxing and reviewing two headsets that have been sent to me by EKSA. These have been sent to me, but my review remains my own, okay? So let's have a look at this one first. So this is Mako BT. I have not unboxed these. I have not had a look at these. I do notice one thing, they're not sealed. There's no like, you know, usually you get like that little sticker, but they're not sealed. So maybe these have been, yeah, they don't, that doesn't look kind of how I would expect it to come, but maybe it is. But anyway, in the box, let's get everything out. And in fact, that's not on it. So I've got a feeling that these have been used. At least this one has, because I've not had this out of the box, and yet that's missing. That's clearly off of there. Initial impressions, they feel, oh, that's nice and padded. That is really nicely padded. That's nice and thick. How easy are they to adjust? So it just clicks in, sorry, either side. So yeah, you can adjust them quite easily. You've got quite a lot on this one as well. So you've got, I'm too old to be using gaming headsets. I should be in the garden or in the allotment, shouldn't I really be digging up my turnips. You've got a mute button for the microphone, power, volume. You've got 2.4, and then you've got 2.4 gigahertz or Bluetooth, and then you've got USB-C for charging, and then obviously there, you've got your mic input. So there's your mic, it's removable. So we will get a test with the mic as well. But what do they feel like? Let's take my glasses off and let's see. There we are, Oscar. We are currently taxiing on runway 2479. Requesting clearance for takeoff. Over. I don't know what pilots say. I'm sure it is exactly what I just said. Exactly. Any pilots watch this channel? Of course they don't. Why would a pilot watch this channel? But if you did, what did you say at the start? When to get clearance or whatever you need to do. So yeah, they're very comfortable. Obviously the microphone, you can adjust it to where you need it. So they feel pretty good. Ah, that's interesting. Now I've never seen one of these before. USB-C on one end, headphone or 3.5mm jack on the other end. And you've also got USB-A, USB-C for charging. And then you get your little dongle. Not a dingle. You get your dongle. So this is if you want to put it onto 2.4 gigahertz. And obviously, I don't know what works with what yet, but I'm guessing a tablet and things like that would work with Bluetooth, or you can use the cable. And then things like your computer, if you don't have Bluetooth built in, I do on mine, but if you don't, you can use the dongle. But I believe, looking at the pictures, this comes out, it does. That must be the receiver. Yeah, if you want to plug it into a USB-C device, you can use that. So it seems extremely versatile. Now let's power it on, because I'm guessing it's got RGB. Don't know where you'll see that. Probably see it better in the overhead camera. Yeah, I do need a new headset. I don't really need two. So I will probably keep the one I like the most out of these two. Okay, so this one, again, EKSA. I'm not sure if it's pronounced EKSA or EKSA, but I'm going to say EKSA. These are the E900WT wireless gaming headset. So that one was BT, this one is WT. Again, not sealed. Now I don't know, so if anyone from EKSA who sent this is watching, are these like returned items or are they brand new, and is this how it comes? Because this one, as you can see, this one is still done up. On the overhead camera I'll show you as well. The little bloody cable ties are still round them. The other one wasn't. Now, as I say, I've not opened these. So someone clearly has opened that other one. No one's opened it here. These ones are very similar in some ways and not in others. So this is purple, like a nice lilac-y colour. That one is black, but they are both metal. So yeah, it says EKSA on the actual thing. I don't think the other one did it? No, it didn't. The other one didn't. So this one does. So let's see what these feel like. I'm guessing they're going to feel very similar. And again, perfectly comfortable. Nice and squidgy at the top. Plenty of squidge there. We like a bit of squidge on this channel. USB-C charging will go in now. You've got your power button, mic, mute, and your volume. So not as much on here as the other one. Like the other one, you get one of these dongles. It is obviously USB-A, but then if you want, or if you've got a laptop or a device, a tablet, USB-C as well. So we'll leave that plugged in there for a moment, and we'll plug that in. Now, we'll say, is that as far as the mic pulls out? Yes, it is. It doesn't, I suppose it gets close enough, but it's not in front of your mouth. It's very much to the side. But we'll see what that's like later. I will do a recording with both of these. And obviously you also get USB-C to USB-A for charging, and you get instructions. Let's power these on and see if these have got RGB. Yes, they have. But considerably more subtle. It doesn't have it all the way round, it just has it on the actual centre of the earpiece. And in fact, this may not be RGB, it looks like it's just purple. Again, subtle, and that's not going to drain your battery nowhere near as much. Talking about battery, these say up to 80 hours battery life. That's probably with the light off. Initial thoughts are, these are not as bassy as the other ones. Listen to some music, the same music that I listened to a minute ago, and the video, Jack Fragg's playing Battlefield. These are definitely not quite as bassy, they're not as punchy, but they still sound good. I just think at initially, early stages, I slightly favour the sound in that one. So I have had some help in reviewing these headsets. Doesn't happen often on this channel, but my son has helped me now and again. He actually helped me review these headsets. So while I was testing one set for a few days, my son, who's 14, and always on his tablet or his Switch or playing games on some device or another, he had the other headset. And then after a few days we swapped, and then we spent another 3 days, 3 or 4 days. It's been longer than that actually. I've had these for quite a while, and he's had these for quite a while. But at least 3 days with each headset, and then we wrote down our findings, and then we discussed them. Now during that discussion, something very strange happened. Something that I don't think has ever happened before in me and my son's life. And that is, I hope you're sitting down for this. We agreed on something. What we agreed on is that one set, in our opinion, is slightly better than the other. And I'll get into the reasoning, you know, for the findings in a minute. But the set that we like the most, spoiler alert, is the Mako. The Mako BTs. We both preferred these, and these are now, guess what? They're now his. Yeah, is basically is kind of taken them as payment for helping me. So he's now got my good little tablet, and he's got the better headset. But you know, that's fine. That's fine. He did help me. To be fair, he did help me, and I don't need a headset. I've got headphones coming out my ears at the moment, literally. So let's get on to the reasoning why. Now, both headsets have really good battery life. You're talking many, multiple hours. But yeah, so both of them are going to give you plenty of hours of gameplay before you have to worry about charging them. Both headsets have excellent connectivity options and should work with most devices. You've got Bluetooth, you've got USB-A and USB-C dongles, plus you get the 3.5mm aux to USB-C, so a lot of connection options. And to be fair, everything we've used them with, we've not had any issues. I've used them with the laptop, I've used them with my Switch, I've used them with my tablet, I've used them with my phone. No issues whatsoever. Mainly Bluetooth, but I've also used the dongle with the laptop. My son's used it with his Switch, his tablet, possibly his phone. Doesn't really play games on his phone, but he may have used it with his phone. But mainly his tablet and his Switch. And again, absolutely no issues. He loves them. And he got a new pair of headphones for Christmas that are decent. They're not mega expensive, but they're decent headphones. But he said they're better, so hence why he's kept them. Both headsets look really good. And certainly in our opinions, look and feel more expensive than they are. You have the RGB on the Makos, and the purple lighting and the purple metal on the E900s, which I actually really like. Neither of us had any issue wearing either headset for long periods of time. The head cushioning is good, the ear cushions are good. The sound quality for both headsets is pretty good, but there are some differences and some limitations when using these for certain scenarios. Both make good gaming headsets, and both do a decent job when watching blockbuster films, but they lack finesse when listening to music compared to similarly priced actual headphones, not gaming headsets. That is to be expected though, as headphones are usually tuned for music first, where a gaming headset will be tuned mainly for gaming. Now, the reason why we both picked the Makos is the sound is definitely a bit punchier. There's a little bit more bass to the Makos. So that is the only real difference in sound, which I was surprised at, because they're both, as far as I know, using the same 50mm drivers. So I'm guessing that maybe they're tuned slightly differently. Now, overall though, I can confirm that we like both headsets. I personally prefer the look, actually, of the E900s. I just prefer the sound quality of the Makos. Now, you're probably wondering about microphone quality, because at the end of the day, if you buy a gaming headset, most of the time you're buying it because you want to talk to people. You want to sound good. So let's do a mic test.
Okay, so now a quick microphone test of both headsets. Now, for some reason, the Mako headset does not come with a windsock of any kind, so I want to see if it picks up me breathing while talking. I have a feeling it will, but let's see, shall we? It may surprise us, but I doubt it.
Now, the E900WT has a slightly different mic design. And I say slightly, I mean majorly. This one doesn't detach. It simply pulls out of the actual headset, and when you're not using it, you push it back in. It doesn't pull out as far, it doesn't go in front of your mouth like the other one, but it does have a windsock. So, does this sound better than the Makos?
Okay, so yeah, as I thought, in front of your mouth, where I think the microphone should be, it does pick up you breathing through your nose, it picks up the wind noise. So, I've nicked the windsock off of the W900s to see if it improves the mic quality on the Makos. I reckon it will, and if it does, why didn't they just include one in the box? They're cheap as chips. But what do you think? Does this make a big difference?
I prefer the actual E900s, the microphone. If you're going to get the Makos, definitely get yourself a windsock, because it makes a world of difference. And your little friends that are running around with you, probably saving your arse every time you get yourself in a bit of trouble. That's what my friends used to have to do, because I was crap at Battlefield. They used to be like, yeah, I'm over here. I know I'm dead. Don't worry, I'm dead. I'm going to spawn at B. I'm spawning at B. I'm dead. I wasn't very good. Hence why I don't play online games anymore with actual people. I like playing on my own. Anyway, off track. So overall, my first experience with EKSA products, because these are the first products I've ever used of theirs, is pretty good. The build quality, it does feel nice. I like the fact that these are metal. They feel pretty well made. I must admit, they feel decently made. They certainly don't feel cheap. Now, overall, I can confirm that we like both of these headsets. I'm not saying we like the Makos and we didn't like the E900s. We like them both. We just think that the Mako offers that little bit more for the money, especially sound quality. Sound quality is, if you're going to buy a headset, yes, the mic's got to be good, but the sound quality is the most important bit for you personally. The Makos just have the lead there. They take the win. But these are not bad. These are not bad by any means. I would happily keep these as well. In fact, I probably will. He's having them. I'll probably keep these because I haven't got a gaming headset upstairs. I've got one downstairs. I've got my Corsairs. But now I've got one upstairs. So yes, he can have them. I'll have them. That's our opinion on these products. What do you think of EKSA headsets in this video? The Makos, the Mako BTs, because they also do the Mako wired. These are the BTs and the E900WTs. Have you used EKSA products yourself? And if so, what do you think of them? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, then please drop a like and subscribe to see all future reviews. But that's it for this video. So I will say, bye-bye.